In the headlines, gunmen abduct Catholic priest, 44 others after raiding communities in Niger State. Governor Nyesom Wike declares presidential bid, says he is capable of defeating APC. Federal High Court denies suspended DCP Abba Kyari accomplice bail. And on the foreign scene, negotiators from Kiev and Moscow prepare for another round of talks next week. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Hosseina Usman. The news in detail. Bandits on Sunday abducted Catholic priest of St. Mary's Catholic Church, Serkin-Pawa, Munya local government area of Niger State, Reverend Father Leo Raphael Ozigi, and 44 other villagers. The Secretary, Niger State Chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Pastor Raphael Opawoye, confirmed the abduction, explaining that the bandits abducted the Reverend Father on his way to Gwada from Serkin-Pawa when he ran into bandits operating on the Serkin-Pawa-Gwada road, who whisked him away alongside other villagers. The Secretary, Munya Local Government, James Jagaba, described the renewed banditry operations in Munya Local Government area since Saturday as pathetic. Reports say the 44 other abducted villagers were among those who returned to their communities from IDP camps on Saturday. According to reports, bandits in their numbers blocked the main road to Serkin-Pawa from Gwada and Mina State and have been operating unchallenged since Saturday, moving freely on the Serkin-Pawa-Gwada road with the herds of cattle they rustled during their numerous attacks on communities. Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, says he has the capacity to win the 2023 presidential elections for the People's Democratic Party. Wike stated this during a consultative meeting with stakeholders of the Benue chapter of the PDP at the government house in Makurdi on Sunday. The governor, who intimated the stakeholders about his intention to run for presidency, solicited for Benue PDP votes in the coming National Delegates Convention of the party, even as he stressed on zoning.
For you to remove this APC from power, see, my mother told me, when a madman flocks you, don't run. If you run, the madman will pursue you. If you flog you, take stick back. Flog the madman. That the man will, this is very painful. Then the madman will start running. This APC, they require people too who will tell them enough is enough. And I'm that person that can tell them enough is enough. We must take this power. Power, they know the dashable. Do you dash power? Power is what? Taking. I'm ready to take it for PDP, and I will take it for PDP. No, if you're on the election, they don't dash power, then they take power. All these people want the election, if they support me, to do what? I've come out. I'm going to take this power from APC back to PDP by the grace of God. God has given us what it is, and that's why God is making APC to make mistake every day. That is how you know God is with you. Yes. So I'm begging all of you here, Abamoro, Suswan, Senator, spoke well, members, chairman, don't go and sell your vote. Don't go and sell your vote. Give me. Because I'm the only one that can have the capacity. APC people, when they hold meeting, they say, look, don't enter Wike's problem. They must enter. And when they have entered, I've captured them. Give me this to do. Let me return power to PDP.
Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, says the newly elected members of the National Executive Committee of the party will not disappoint the party but work hard to deliver on their mandate. Adamu stated this at the Eagle Square, Abuja, while delivering his acceptance speech shortly after being sworn in. The former chairman of the APC National Reconciliation Committee stressed the need for party members to renew their faith in APC, its leadership and constitution at all levels in order to herald a new dawn.
And the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty.
We need to renew our faith in our party and its leadership at all levels in order to herald a new dawn. We need to commit to the resolution of our crisis within the confines of our party constitution. We must resist the temptation to blow every minor personal disagreement into a major party crisis. It is time for us to do things differently. When we quarrel, we open our flanks to our rival political parties that are only too eager to exploit them for their own benefits. We promise you here and now that we shall heal any wounds in our party. We shall effect lasting reconciliations among our members, and we shall go into the next general election as a strong and united party. We offer our hands of friendship to all our members. I want to assure you that my colleagues and myself will run an open-door policy to all members of this great party. No administration in the history of Nigeria or anywhere in the world has performed as much as we have done within this subsequent time, given the enormity of the problems that we inherited from the misrule of the PDP for 16 good years.
Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa remains committed to working to better the lives of residents till the last year of his administration. Addressing a news conference at his office in Asaba, Information Commissioner Charles Anyagu said the politics of 2023 will not deter the governor and his administration from delivering more infrastructural development, wealth creation, and peace and security for Deltans and residents of the state. The commissioner is reacting to certain reports in the social media saying that the state government will not be distracted by such reports ahead of the 2023 elections. He also commends the media for its activity in reportage, urging social media practitioners to learn from their colleagues in the conventional media by being professional according to the tenets of journalism.
A number of individuals who would have wished that as an administration that we move in a certain direction are feeling that we have moved in another direction, even when we have not announced that we have moved in any direction. We have said, if you recall the last time I briefed you, that up to the 28th of May 2023, we will stay focused. We will, as an administration, continue to commission projects. We will continue to keep faith with the promises that were made to our people, both in 2015 and in 2019. But I must commend you that you have been very professional. You have not behaved like those who may not understand the tenets of journalism. I must acknowledge your professionalism and the support you are giving to us as an administration, and to re-echo the fact that as an administration that will stay focused with the issues that we have canvassed right from 2015 up to the present day, and indeed up to the end of time in 2023 of this administration.
Independent National Electoral Commission says it registered additional 57,719 voters in the ongoing continuous voters registration in Nasarawa State. INEC Director of Voter Education and Publicity in the state, Shehu Menyaga, said this in an interview with Trust TV in Lafia. Abubakar Abdullahi files in this report.
The INEC Director of Voters Education and Publicity in the state, Shehu Menyaga, who said with the assenting of the new Electoral Act into law by the President, the Commission has already placed notice on the 2023 general elections across the 13 local government areas of the state, explained that apart from the already over 1 million voters that registered, 57,719 new intended voters have also registered with the Commission in the state.
So far, the new addition is 57,719, and before this, we had over 1 million registered. As part of preparation for 2023 election, we decided to embark on the registration of voter to give an ample opportunity or window to some people that are not registered before, and those that have just attained 18 years and above. Then those who have issued the previous elections with the PDC. Apart from that, those with the cases of failed or lost voters cards will be attended to.
The INEC director maintained that the state, which before now has only 1,495 polling units, but because of the increase in the number of voters per polling unit, the commission created 1,761 new polling units in the state in order to reduce congestion in the centers.
Number of, that's the whole number, the existing polling units, 1,495. Number of new polling units, 1,761, 1,761, totaling 3,256 polling units. We observed something, and that was congestion, overcrowding in some of the units. So that was why the commission decided to decongest some of these polling units by turning voting point and voting point settlement into full-fledged registration of polling units.
He also speaks on some of the challenges the commission is facing while discharging its functions.
Congestion, overcrowding in some of the units. So that was why the commission decided to decongest some of these polling units by turning voting point and voting point settlement into full-fledged registration of polling units.
Menenga called on people of the state to always cooperate with the commission for election success. Abubakar Abdullahi, Trust TV News, Lafia.
A federal high court sitting in Abuja on Monday ordered the transfer of the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, and 6 others facing drug trafficking charges with him to the Kuje Correctional Center. Trial Justice Emeka Nwike ordered the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency to transfer the defendants to prison custody shortly after he denied them bail. The court held that the NDLEA placed sufficient materials before it to warrant the refusal of bail to Kyari and his co-defendants. The court equally denied bail to former members of the IRT, ACP Sunday Ubia, Inspector Simon Agrigba, and Inspector John Nuhu. Meanwhile, Justice Nwite ordered accelerated trial of the defendants and fixed April 28th for the review of facts in respect of the case against Umebe and Ezenwane. You're still watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. How disengaged textile worker survives, awaiting terminal entitlements. Do stay with us.
This is Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back and thanks for staying. Here's a look at some of our top stories. You heard that bandits on Sunday abducted Catholic parish priest of St. Mary's Catholic Church, Sarkin Power, the headquarters of Munya local government area of Niger State, Reverend Father Leo Raphael Ozigi, and 44 other villagers. You also heard that Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, says he has the capacity to win the 2023 presidential election for the People's Democratic Party. Moving to other news, Nigeria's Security and Civil Defense Corps in Gombe State says allegations of extortion against its personnel by the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Gombe State chapter, is not true. Addressing a press conference, Commandant of the NSCDC in Gombe State, Waziri Goni, challenged Ipman to produce evidence to prove the allegations. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
Last week, Members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Gombe State, had in a press briefing accused personnel of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in the state of unlawful arrest and extortion, which IPMAN said compelled its members to go on strike to protest. But in a press conference, the NSCDC debunked the allegations, insisting that it has acted professionally to maintain sanity in petroleum business in the state.
Either he will side out that person that collected money from him, or will take him to court. Actually, we will take him to court because we will not allow an individual to spoil the image of this organization. We are very credible, we are working towards why? You see, to please the public, to do our job very well, and then to incite good sentiment on everybody. The reason why our officers are going out to look into these problems of hiking prices beyond government regulations is that to bring sanity. Most of these points that they are claiming to be saying that they bought it 200, 300 naira per liter from other settings. It's not true.
The commandant said some IPMAN members were arrested over irregularities but released on bail condition and will be charged to court.
So there is time that one of the 2 or 3 of the owners, they said they didn't tell them to sell like that. You see, more especially inside there can say no. My own is 165. Is it not true? It's yes. Okay, one of those vehicles loaded with foil, drums. He said, no, I go for our manager. But soon as he couldn't put it there was one time a manager was arrested here abroad with this type of things. Around 2 o'clock in the night. Our own cause is not only the fries, but peeling inside drums and jerrycans. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night.
The recent dispute between members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has worsened fuel scarcity in Gombe State. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
Disengaged textile workers in Kaduna are only surviving by God's grace as their struggles for payment of terminal entitlements continue. Trust TV's Fatima Saleh Ladan speaks to one of them who resorted to running a commercial motorcycle to survive the report.
Baba says, despite his old age, riding commercial motorcycle in Kaduna State is his only source of income. But recent ban placed on motorcycles in the state worsened his misery.
Our entitlement has not been paid. Even our salary for good 8 months has not been paid. Our annual leave, long service award attached to the gratuity, all has not been paid to us. Even those being terminated, resigned, they have not been paid up to date. We have been struggling up and down by doing Okada work to manage our life. Even some of our workers died. Almost about, I think it's about 350 or 400 have died, right from 2004, December 2004. Even before then, our workers have been dying. Some of them, their wife divorced them because of this lack of money to feed them. To go for the medical treatment is a problem. We have been calling them to pay our gratuities, but nobody listening to us. Even the secretaries have done their best. We have been fighting, even call the state government, call the federal government, go to here and there. Up to today, up to this hour, no answer to our call.
The national president of the Textile, Garment and Tailoring Workers Union, John Adaji, says efforts of the union to ensure that workers get their entitlements fail to yield any result.
KTL is in Kaduna, here in the heart of Kaduna, owned by 19 northern states. The second one is Arewa Textile. Both of these textiles are in Kaduna here. It's not that they unilaterally closed down, but it's worrisome because our members were not paid their entitlement. And 2 decades down the ladder, the number of our members that have died because of suffering, their children has become a destitute in the streets. Frustration, many of them have gone. The money we are looking for the case of a KTL is about between 6 to 7 or 800 million. which is less than $1 billion. And I say this, that if you share, even let's say it's $1 billion, ask 19 states to share it, because they are the owner. So if they share it, what it means, each person will pay less than 40 million or less than 50 million. So what does it take them?
Arewa Textile is closed for nearly 17 years with over 4,000 workers laid off. Up till now, the workers are still waiting and hoping to get their terminal entitlements paid. Fatima Salaladan, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
In business, investors lost 172 billion naira at the end of trading on the floor of the Nigerian Exchange Limited. The market capitalization of equities listed on the Nigerian Exchange depreciated by 0.6% to close at 25.311 trillion naira at the end of the week. The NGX All-Share Index also declined by 0.67% to close at 46,964.23 basis points. According to the NGX, 24 equities appreciated in price during the week, higher than 21 equities in the previous week, while 44 equities depreciated in price, lower than 45 equities in the previous week. 88 equities remained unchanged, lower than 90 equities recorded in the previous week. Meanwhile, the NGX weekly market report showed that a total turnover of 1.176 billion shares worth 16.601 billion naira were traded in 21,076 deals by investors on the floor of the exchange. On the foreign scene, delegation leader Vladimir Medinsky has confirmed that talks between Ukraine and Russia will resume next week, but said they would kick off on Tuesday. Ukrainian negotiator David Arahamia earlier had said negotiations will start on Monday, naming Turkey as the host country. Medinsky wrote on Telegram that a face-to-face meeting is planned for Tuesday and Wednesday, but did not specify the location. The Turkish presidency also confirmed that the next round of talks between Russia and Ukraine will be held in the Turkish city of Istanbul on Tuesday. Reports say Russia forcefully deporting 19,600 civilians Ukraine. And finally, in sports, Canada qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 36 years on Sunday with an emphatic 4-0 victory over Jamaica in Toronto. The win sparked wild celebrations at Toronto's 30,000 capacity BMO field, where an expectant sellout crowd had gathered to watch Canada cling to World Cup qualification for only just the second time, having last appeared at the 1986 Mexico tournament. Canada's English manager, John Herdman, who took over the men's team in 2018 after a successful stint in charge of Canada's women's team, said the qualification is proof that Canada is a football country. After a dominant qualifying campaign had left them 3 points clear with 2 games remaining, Canada needed only a point from Sunday's fixture to assure themselves of qualification. We've come to the end of news updates at this hour. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.